Have you been thinking about selling your Lake Lanier home? Well, hold off on getting the photography or hitting the list button just yet. I've seen way too many sellers lose thousands of dollars because they missed some really important steps before getting their home ready to list on Lake Lanier. Hi, I'm Ashley Smith with Dream Smith Realty, and my team has been helping sellers on Lake Lanier for over 25 years. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 most important things you need to do before you sell your house so that you can sell it with less stress in a shorter period of time and make the most profit. Let's dive in. The first thing you'll need to do is improve your home's curb appeal. And that's not just on the front part of the house, that's also on the lake side. The lake side is actually the most important part because that's the part that shows the lake lifestyle that you're living. You know what they say, first impressions matter. From the driveway to the dock, let's make sure your home shines. You're gonna want to tidy up your landscaping, make sure that all exterior surfaces are pressure washed, and have a touch up if necessary on your exterior paint and definitely interior painting, and make sure the lighting is updated as well. For the first impressions on the lake side of your house, make sure that you've trimmed as much overgrowth as possible that's on your property and not on the core property, so that those views of the lake or the sounds of the lake are easily experienced from your home. You'll also want to pressure wash your dock and clean that area up as much as possible and stage any outdoor spaces. This includes your dock, your back porch, deck, and screened in areas. Buyers should really be able to picture themselves sitting on the back deck sipping coffee or walking down the trail to the lake to go paddleboarding in the morning or taking their friends out on a boat cruise. I've seen buyers at my own listings sit on the couch in the living room with the great view of the lake or lie down on a lounge chair on the dock thinking about how they would spend their time. The second thing I highly recommend sellers to do before listing their home is getting a home inspection. You might be thinking, oh, well, we'll get a home inspection when a buyer puts our house under contract. That's true. But if you get a pre-listing inspection, then you already know what the buyer is going to see, and you can decide if you want to handle any items before it goes on the market. This allows you to fix any issues on your timeline and on your budget. It also helps you build trust with the buyer and can help you stand out in competitive markets. Fewer surprises means smoother negotiations, which means faster closings. The third thing you should do before putting your home on the market is to stage your home so that it showcases a lake lifestyle. You already know this. You're not just selling a home, you're selling a lifestyle. This means we've got to highlight things that really show off the lake lifestyle in your home. I'm going to ask you to declutter, depersonalize, and keep things as light and neutral in the home as possible. And if your house is vacant, we will seriously consider professional staging, because when a home is staged, it sells for a higher price and quicker than homes that are not staged. Basically, our goal is that when the buyer walks into your house, they say, "This is it." The fourth thing you need to do before listing your house on Lake Lanier is to price it right and with a local strategy. Pricing on Lake Lanier isn't as simple as using a price per square foot as you would in a traditional neighborhood. If you have your own dock versus a community slip versus a platform dock, if you have deep water versus shallow water, if you have a view or not a view, if your home has been updated or hasn't been updated, if you have a garage, these are all things to consider that all matter when pricing on Lake Lanier. The right pricing strategy really matters. It can attract multiple offers. It can get your home sold much sooner than what's happening with the rest of the market. The wrong pricing strategy can leave you chasing price reductions. Your house will likely stay on the market longer than you want or need it to. And you're selling your home because you're turning the page to the next chapter in your life. How long do you want to wait for that to be a reality? And the fifth strategy for selling your home on Lake Lanier is to hire a local, lake-focused expert and agent. By the way, that's me. There is no substitute for local expertise. especially when selling lake property. You want someone who understands the Army Corps of Engineers regulations and rules, someone who knows how to price your house right, someone who can explain about the water levels or how someone might enjoy the house when they're buying it. And what's also wonderful is a lot of these agents who are bringing buyers to the lake don't know the lake very well. So having a lake expert can set you apart in your negotiation strategies as well. A local lake expert will also be able to create a showing strategy that's aligned to the seasonal rhythms of lake property buyers, and they'll be able to know what buyers are going to be willing to pay more for and negotiate that really well for you as well. I also think it's quite important that your local lake expert knows how to market your home, not just to Atlanta buyers and people who might be looking online, but to buyers who would be looking for a second home. So how is that marketing going to happen? And is your agent in networks with both agents and buyers in all of these different markets? If you're listing your home on Lake Lanier with an agent, experience on the lake makes a huge difference. What I hope you've taken from this video is that selling on Lake Lanier is not the same as selling in a traditional neighborhood. And these 5 steps can make the difference between a slow, frustrating sale and a fast, profitable one. If you're thinking about selling, I'd love to help you get everything right from the start. Just click the link below to schedule a free consultation with me. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get more Lake Lanier tips every week. See you in the next video.